Well, folks, the dreaded time has come. It is time to do some maintenance on my tarantula enclosures. Something I really don't look forward to, and I procrastinate doing it. Some people recommend you do a complete maintenance on your enclosures every 6 months to a year. However, I go a lot longer than that because it's something I don't really look forward to. But also I don't like to destroy what, teas have done, to make their home where they're comfortable. And of course I just have to keep telling myself, oh, they could just do it again, it's no big deal. But I still hate doing it. I don't like disturbing my teas. Occasionally I will hold my teas, but not very often. And I just don't like to bother them. It just stresses them out, and there's always the chance that I could get bitten. And so, yeah. So, unfortunately, the enclosures that need the most maintenance are the ones that house my most defensive or have the highest potency of venom in my collection. So, so don't be surprised if you get a few threat postures in this video. Hopefully it will be painless, but I'm not going to hold my breath. This first enclosure belongs to the Haplopelma lividum, the cobalt blue, and she has only given me one threat posture, and that was when I first got her, and I was putting her in to her new enclosure. So she was leaning on those back legs and had her front legs all up in the air and her pedipalp. She was not a happy camper. So unfortunately, she'll probably do it again. So as you can see, the enclosures that I have to do the most maintenance on are obviously the ones that I've had to put the most humidity in. I told you that I put off cleaning these enclosures. Well, I do some maintenance in there from time to time. If I see a food bolus, I pick it up. If I see mold, I'll pick it up, discard it. So there are things that I do. I don't just completely neglect them. But as far as a total cleaning, I don't do that often at all. Because like I said, I really don't look forward to bothering my teas. But and destroying what they went to so much trouble to make comfortable for them. So I guess instead of dilly-dallying, we need to get started. First of all, I do have a catch cup here to put the tea in temporarily. I have a garbage bag here to put the dirty substrate in. I have my tongs. I have a flashlight. I have my Eco Earth coconut fiber substrate. I have a water bottle here, and I have a scoop that I'll use to take out the bad substrate and put in the clean substrate and stir it up. So this tarantula does not use her cave anymore, so I'm actually just going to get rid of the cave and just give her extra substrate to burrow in. They Haplopelmas do like to burrow, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll just give this cave to somebody else who would use it. Alright, well, I've delayed the inevitable, so let's get started. She has made a very tight webbing here, which is where she likes to lay pretty much all the time. They are very fast, so I do expect her to run or throw threat posture, or both. So even though I don't think she could climb through any of the vents and stuff, or the drains, I have the drains closed, the toilet lid closed, the vent covered up, just in case. Alright, so here's the fun part. Getting the tea out. Okay, so I'm going to put this here to catch her. Whoa! Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use the tongs to hold the catch cup, and I'm gonna use this water sprayer hose to prod her to move, because I don't want to be bitten. Not by her. So. Oh yeah, she's not happy. Told you. You see how fast that they whip around like that? You see that? Yeah. Yeah, imagine if my finger had been there. Alright, that plan didn't work as well as I was hoping. So I think I will actually use the spoon to kind of, scoop her in there. And she's like, yeah, right. Good luck with that. So I'm going to kind of put the container up here. Oh boy. Yeah, she's not going to make it easier. Come on now, get in there. Come on. Let's make this quick. Yep. There. Okay. Nanny, nanny, nanny. What she did was, I, was kind of anticipating this, but she may have missed it, but she started climbing up this scooper here. And I was like, you're not tagging my hand. So I let go of the scooper. She wouldn't have fall anyway. And she got down there. So now I can get started with the fun part. Cleaning the junk. So I'll get back with you in a moment. See folks, this is why I do this type of work on the floor. Because you never know if a tarantula is going to go crazy like she just did and climb up your tongs or whatever you're handling and prodding her with. And you don't want her to injure herself with a fall. So that's why I always do all this low to the ground. So what I'm doing now is just simply taking out the nasty substrate. You never know what you'll find in old substrate. You might find superworm beetles that had pupated and that were never eaten. Or you might find the superworms that hadn't pupated yet. You never know what you'll find. So yeah, I'm just taking out this old substrate here, and she's got very good ventilation in here. So what I'm going to do is just fill it up with good substrate and make sure it's has humidity. And I'll show you how I'll do that shortly. I don't get the bricks just because I'm too lazy. So I really prefer just to go straight to business with the substrate. And I've never had a mite problem, but I always do look anyway to see if there are any here, and there are not. No mites at all, thank goodness. So never had that problem. Alright, so while I finish this, I will be back shortly. Alright, so it's now empty, and it is not perfectly clean. As you can see, as I knock my camera over, you can see that there are a few dirt specks, but I'm not a perfectionist, so I don't care really. Okay, so I'm now going to put some fresh substrate in here. Plenty for her to burrow in, since the haplos love to burrow. And spread that out here. Now I'm going to spray some water in there to get some moisture going. stir it up. Okay, and I'm going to pour some more in. And stir it up. I don't want to get it too wet, which is another reason why I don't care for the bricks, because you have to wait for it to dry out some before you can even put it in the enclosure, or it's going to get moldy too quick. And spray some more. You know, everybody has their own way of cleaning their enclosures. This is just a way that works for me. You know, you can do it however you want to do it. You know, you might think, well, wouldn't it be better to do it this way? And, well, it might be, but this works perfectly fine for me. So, I will keep doing it this way. This Eco Earth substrate because it does hold in humidity pretty well. Stir it up, just keep stirring it. It's not quite damp enough yet for my liking. But I do want to add a little more substrate. There we go. That's good. Right there. That's perfect for her. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Now I got the right amount of substrate. Now I just want to add some more dampness to it. Like I said, I'm not going to put the cave back in there because she just doesn't use it anymore. She used to when I first got her. She used it a lot. But then she was like, you know what? I think I can make a better hide than that cave. And she did. So, good for her. So now, I think the substrate is sufficiently damp, not too damp, and not too dry. It's a good, happy medium. So I'm going to put her water dish over here, and that way she can get a good drink. Now some people like to start a burrow for them by sticking their finger in here and dig a burrow for them, but I just kind of leave it up to them to burrow where they want to. There you go, they can figure it out. All right, well, that's now ready. Now let's get the spider. Actually getting her to get into the enclosure the way I wanted it was a little difficult because it was like she was suctioned to the bathroom tile. So yeah, that wasn't very easy. And I'm sure putting her in her enclosure is not going to be easy either. But you never know, sometimes you get lucky. There we go. All right, girly. She's a beautiful female, isn't she? Alright, so I just laid the enclosure in there. or the catch cup in the enclosure. Now, ideally, I would like it if she would just, crawl out on her own, but we might be here all day. So I'm going to have to prod her out. And again, I don't look forward to that. So, let's see if... I'm sorry, I'm going to have to block your view here. I don't want her... Come on. You know what? I don't like that way. I'm not gonna shake her out. Oh, well, there you go. Okay. Now, get ready. Ta-da! All done. She's gonna be like, wait a minute, what happened to all of my webbing? In fact, you know what? Some people like to put their old webbing in there with them. So that kind of gives them a sense of, hey, this used to belong to me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some webbing in there. There. Yeah. There we go. Well, getting her out was definitely a lot more difficult than putting her in, so I'm relieved of that. But, so she's got plenty of substrate to burrow in, and I'm sure she'll make her own burrow with her webbing as well as the substrate. So we'll have to check on her in a day or two and see what she's done, and leave her at that. All right, girly, we'll leave you alone now so you can de-stress. I know that was traumatic for you. It wasn't very fun for me either. All right, thanks guys. The next rehousing I'll do will probably be another old world, so I'm not looking forward to that. All right, thanks guys.